Good afternoon, y'all. For real. Let me finish writing this down first. Write the Bible verse down real quick. As y'all know, I've been hooping at the Red for a long time. Very long time. I've been living in Auburn since 2019. I just decided that I wanted to do mic'd up content. I got my camera out, I got my mic on. Now the first two games I ain't got them on because of my homeboy. I didn't want to get no good runs without him. You know what I mean? I probably should have just brought the camera up anyway, but I knew I needed my phone if he called so he can get into the gym or whatever. It was a dude on my team, and you can actually see it in the video. I was kind of arguing with him, and like in the Mike Duck Runs video, I was kind of arguing with him a little bit because he was talking about the dude on my team. I guess they was cool or whatever. He told me, you're not the only person in here who knows how to hoop. And I'm like, I'm not necessarily saying that, but I also know basketball. It's not about an ego thing. It's not about none of that. It's about playing basketball the right way. Like, if we gonna play and be on the same team, if the ultimate goal is to win, then let's do it the right way. Like, yes, it's okay for people to score. That's cool. But do realize it's for other people on the court. Like, don't let your ego get in the way of a win. And that goes for everything. That ain't even just got anything to do with basketball for real. Like, but the previous play, a dude I know that I've been hooping with for a long time, very passionate about the game. He can hoop. He play ball. He ripped this dude, right? And the dude just flopped to the floor. So you play, bro. You not gonna make every shot. You not gonna make every play. You gonna get a turnover. He ended up getting ripped. He fall to the floor, and he called foul. I'm instantly like, nah, that ain't no foul. You can hear me in the video. You can hear me in the video cussing like, nah, that ain't no foul. Like, he ripped. He took it. And so I guess I don't really know how he felt about that. If you want me to be honest, I really didn't pay attention. We get the ball back. If you can see it in the video, he was doing all them extra dribble moves or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, his ego getting in the way. He trying to, like, I understand you trying to win, but you ain't trying to win for the team though. Like, you trying to score because this man ripped you and you thought he called foul or whatever. And then he drove to the hole and he kind of like forced the foul again. Like, he threw the ball up and he just fell to the floor. And I'm like, bro, you forcing it. And then when I said, bro, you ain't got nothing. Like, you were so worried about what he had going on because you thought it was a foul, but really you just got ripped. And he did that, so that frustrated me. And I'm like, that ain't the right way to play, bro. So the dude that I had got into it with, this is where it started. Like, he said something to me, like, hey, bro, he's a hooper. And I'm like, bro, I don't care if he can hoop or not. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with if he good or not. Like, you cannot be good at basketball and still know how to play basketball. Like, the right way to play. Like, if you drive and two people collapse on you, it's one person open. Like, that. If you getting double teamed, it's one person open. There's a clip on there where I was getting double teamed and I was trying to break it and I passed it. But when I passed it, I got a turnover. And I said it was my fault. So I couldn't really get mad at nobody else on my team. I asked him, I'm like, bro, what you know about basketball? Like, stop talking to me like I don't know you. That was rude to me, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, cause who am I to tell that man? So I can't say that's my fault. I apologize for that. Like, that was wrong. I shouldn't have told him he don't know nothing about basketball because he probably do. But I could kind of see where he was coming from too, though, when he was saying like, you ain't the only person here who know how to play basketball. I'm not. I'm recording now. We lost. We ain't no losing the game. Because if I'm off, I'm like, well, I'm here to get this content. So somebody's gonna put this mic on. And my homeboy Fagan, I get him the mic. Now, he ain't really too vocal when it comes to basketball, when it comes to like micing up or whatever. Like, I'm a lot more vocal. I'm like, it's cool, like, it's content. You never know, people might want to see that. So I'm like, I'm gonna mix it up. And so I'm recording him, and I overhear the dude in the background, and he was like, he was talking to the dude that had got ripped or whatever, the one who got mad. And he was saying like, I just feel like I can get you better looks when I'm playing point guard. And honestly, it did rub me the wrong way. It really was a trick of the enemy or whatever. Like, it really was the devil like testing me to see if I was gonna take the bait, and I took it. That's another thing I'm trying to learn, how to not be so prideful when it comes to certain things. Like, I'm so prideful when it comes to basketball because I just love being good, this, that, and the third. So that is something I struggle with, and I'm pretty sure that's a sin. But I look over there when he say that, and I'm instantly like in my head, like, man, being a basketball player, not to judge nobody, be the judgment of who's good and who's not, but if you actually play basketball, you know who play basketball and you know who don't by just looking at movement. And I knew that man didn't play no ball. Like, I just knew he did. I ain't saying he was trash or he wasn't good, but I could tell, like, basketball when your field. I mean, he had every right to tell that man that. But so it just okay. That's beside the point. I look and I kind of like make a little face. I turn my head, but I ain't saying nothing to him. And I feel like we can look and we can make facial expressions or whatever the case may be. Like I don't. It probably rubbed him the wrong way, but I wasn't trying to harm him. I was just like, okay. And I turned my head, and then he said something to me, dude, you're not the only person who knows something about basketball. I'm like, bro, it's cool, bro. Like, it's good. Like, you right, bro. Like, I did like this. I'm like, because at this point, I ain't trying to argue with it, man. And because I've been trying to work on myself, because I struggle with anger, not turning the other cheek. And so that's really the whole purpose of this video today is to spread the word of God, to turn the other cheek when somebody, instead of taking that bait. I took that bait though. I should have never even looked over there. But my ego, just like his ego had got in the way whenever we lost, my ego had got in the way whenever he said that. So he kept talking to me or whatever. Like at this point, after I did this, I ain't finna say nothing. So I turned my head, I'm trying to record. He just kept talking. And I'm like, hey bro, like, can you stop talking to me though? Like, can you leave me alone? Like at this point, I feel like that harassment. Like you really harassing me. Like I ain't trying to talk back and forth. I'm like, well, you looked over here. I was like, well, I mean, I can look over there. I didn't say nothing to you. I wasn't verbal. And then he was like, well, I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. Like, and he was an older dude. But at this point, he keep going on and on. I'm asking him like, sir, please, like, stop talking to me. And then it eventually got to the point where I was raising my voice and I was like yelling at him or whatever. And I'm telling him like, I'm screaming at him, telling him like, bro, leave me alone. Like, then at this point, then that's when I started cussing. I ain't calling him out of his name or nothing, but I'm just cussing him, telling him shut the F up and leave me alone. Please leave me the F alone. So it got to a point to where I stopped that and I turned my head. He kept going. So I took it into my own hands and I walked over there and I got in that man's face. And that's why I was in the wrong. I got in that man's face and I told him to leave me the F alone and shut the F up talking. Straight up. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I ain't even gonna sit up here and flag like that man was finna get me kicked out because of just his action. Well, I played a big role in it too though. I was very wrong in that aspect. I shouldn't have went over there. I really should have just took the camera and went to the other side and kept recording. So in my basketball testimony, I talked about how people used to pick on me. So I feel like a lot of that triggered me too whenever he was saying something to me. Because I'm so nice and so goofy. Like when people try to intimidate me or try to make me feel like I'm less of a man or a smaller person than them, I get to the point to where, okay, I'm gonna show you. The worker ended up coming over there, one of the people, thank God for this, man. I wanna see, and I don't know if nobody actually watched my channel from the wreck, but if this man ever see this, I wanna say thank you because I couldn't find you. He had came over there and he was trying to de-escalate the situation or whatever, and I really wasn't trying to argue with him because he trying to stop it and he worked here. And I was asking him like, man, can you please tell that man to leave me alone? Like he been harassing me for the past 10, 15 minutes. He over there talking to us and the dude was like basically playing victim at that point as if he didn't say nothing to me. Like, oh, he came and got in my face and this and the third, like you gonna say something to me, you're not gonna say something to him. I'm like, so at that point, we all going back and forth. The dude trying to de-escalate the situation or whatever. And eventually after that went on for about 5 to 10 minutes, I just walked away with my camera and I put my tripod up and I cut my camera off. I started recording and I went and walked on the other side of the court and I let him just talk to him or whatever. Oh, right before I got back on the court, when the dude ended up leaving, I went over there and I talked to the worker and I apologized to him. I told him, I'm like, I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to make your job harder. I really apologize, like, but he was harassing me. And maybe I shouldn't have got in his face. I did go a little too far. But he told me, the dude that I'm talking to, like, felt like he respected me because I came and apologized. See, the other dude, he wasn't really, like, he was on his head too. Like, because he didn't get what he wanted. Like, he wanted me to get kicked out right then and there. So he had to take it further than just the dude was sent over there. Maybe he felt like the dude didn't have no authority or whatever. Which, I mean, he's just a worker. He probably didn't have no authority. But he probably had the power to go tell somebody else, like, hey, it's a dude in here tripping, like, you need to get him kicked out before we have to call the police or whatever the case may be. In that aspect, I understand. So I'm talking to the dude and I'm apologizing and he telling me like, yeah, dude was tweaking though. I ain't gonna lie, he was. Like, I understand where you coming from. I'm like, bro, I appreciate it, bro, but I really just want to apologize to you because I was in the wrong. And he told me, like, bro, you good or whatever. So I get back on the court. The game I played after I got into it with an argument, bro, at this point, I really didn't even want to hoop no more. It wasn't worth recording because I airballed almost every shot I shot. I had so many turnovers because my head was not where it needed to be. because I was so focused on what had just happened. Like I was still so mad and so hot. And I'm one of those people who express my feelings verbally and physically. So I'm trying to get out of expressing my feelings physically. So I don't want to fight no more. Like I done been in plenty of fights. And I definitely don't want to express my feelings verbally, like when I'm cussing out people. But I have to talk about whenever I'm in a slump like that. I have to talk about it. Like I can't just let it go. Right before we start another game, two dudes walk over to me. One of them got an orange shirt on, one of them got a blue shirt. The dude walked up to me, and he was actually like very stern and aggressive with me when he told me this, and that's what really rubbed me the wrong way because he came up to me as if I was the only person causing the problem, and this is why I have a problem with this type of thing. And he was telling me like, hey, I just had a dude just come up to me and tell me that you were all in his face and we're not gonna have that. Like you're not gonna do that. And if you do that again, I'm gonna ask you to leave. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, he really just approached me without even asking me. Like he didn't even ask me for my side of the story. Like he just instantly went off what this man told him. Which I mean, the man did right because he went and told them folks just in case somebody would have tell on him. I understand that. Because you still want to come in here too, just like I do. But at this point with me though, like after they told me to stop, the situation was over with for me. I wasn't gonna do nothing to that man. I had no intentions of touching that man, put my hands on that man. It was the fact that I felt like he was disrespecting me as a man, and I'm telling him to leave me alone. I didn't really care about that man coming in here and hooping or even arguing with him about basketball. It's the fact that he kept talking to me after I asked him multiple times to leave me alone. I don't bother people. I don't really like to start nothing with nobody, but I do voice my opinion. And sometimes my opinion can be stirred the wrong way. If I ever see that dude again, I'll probably apologize to him because I don't want no bad blood, especially when I go in the wreck. I don't want no bad energy around me. But if he don't accept the apology, that's on him. Two dudes that walked up to me after all that happened or whatever, telling me they were going, if it happened again, they're gonna have to kick me out and probably maybe ban me or whatever the case may be. I didn't argue with them at all. I just told him I like it's crazy though, cause did he even tell you what he did? Because you just coming to me and he kind of like cut me off. Well, that's not what I'm. This and the third. Like if you do it again, I'm like bet. Like cause at that point they finna kick me out. If I get loud with him, he gonna kick me out. So I'm like bet. Like I went down, started no fight with nobody in here. I do have a potty mouth though. I can't flat. Like I do let my ego get the best of me sometimes. So I go over there and I talk to her and I'm telling her like, look, I ain't trying to make your job any harder either. I don't know if they told you what happened or just man the third, but I want to go ahead and apologize in advance. She like, nah, like I understand like this, that, and third. Like I don't even know what happened. Like and she ain't really worried about the situation. As the dude left, everything was everything. After I talked to whoever I needed to talk to, and we started back playing, and the runs was great after that. The ending was great. I lost a couple games, I won a couple games. It's not even about losing and winning for me. It's about enjoying the game and playing it the right way. If I know we moving the ball and doing this, that, and the third, we doing everything we can do to win. Ain't nobody being selfish and we lose. I don't mind losing like that. But losing because of egotistic characteristics, we all done did it. So it's like I don't want to lose that way, even with myself though. Like if I feel like I was being egotistic because of something somebody said to me, then I'm in the wrong for sure. After the runs and we leaving or whatever, everybody talking about the little situation, like what happened. Everybody asking me what happened. I'm telling them they like, yeah, I thought I heard you tell him to leave you alone. This, that, and I'm like, yeah, I told him to leave me alone multiple times. They was talking about how the dude approached me, the dude in the orange, the two people that told me they were gonna kick me out, had approached me. That was kind of the wrong way to approach you because like it's two sides to a story, this, that, and third. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I understand it is what it is. So we leaving. So happened the dude in the orange was walking to the back court as we were leaving because they were finna get ready to close. And I don't know if he was coming to find me, but he came and found me. And he told me like, I don't really know if he apologized. I felt like he did, but he was like, my other coworker that was in here with y'all told me that you handled the situation way better than the other dude. And we put a restriction on his account, and if he do it again, we're gonna kick him out and ban him. And all I did was dap him up, because it wasn't nobody but God at the end of the day. So I dapped him up or whatever, and I was like, bro, thank you. I thank God for that dude that was in there. Because if that dude would have never been in there, ain't no telling what would have happened. He really was the angel in that situation. And I ain't gonna lie, if he would have put his hands on me, I definitely would have took it down. I would have went to jail that night. I'm just keep it a buck. I look for this Bible verse specifically because it goes hand in hand with what just happened in this situation. And it's Matthew 5:38 and 39. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, don't resist an evildoer. On the contrary, if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other one to him also. If somebody do something to you in an evil way, you shouldn't retaliate. Turn the other cheek. The fact that that man was yelling at me, I should have just let him. Yeah. Basically, all I had to do was ignore that. And it was a trick of the enemy or whatever. Like, I'm in here playing basketball. I'm doing what I love. I'm content creating. Like, I'm doing everything I want to do. Like, this is what I want to do. The devil peeped that. He was like, well, he having too much fun in here. Let me send the trick of the enemy. I tell y'all I ain't no preacher. I am a follower of Christ, and I feel like I do supposed to spread the word of God within this country creating that I do. The enemy ain't got no power whatsoever. Like, the devil ain't got no power. He just got bait. And it's really like free will is your choice to either bite the bait or leave it alone. All that is free will. It's free will. It's free will to be a Christian. If you choose to be a Christian, you choose to be a Christian. If you choose not to be a Christian, you choose not to be a Christian. I ain't telling you it's good. I ain't telling you it's bad. I'm telling you it's your choice. I ain't judging nobody. I don't judge people. I know people who don't believe in God. I know people who do believe in God. I'm not better than nobody because we all sin. We all do wrong. We ain't nobody perfect. I do want to help people better their situation and help them make better decisions so they don't end up somewhere. Because just imagine if I would have kept going with that man and I would have hit that man other than just arguing with him. But I would have went to jail that night. It probably would have got banned. And then I wouldn't be able to make no more basketball content in the rec. And the rec has the best runs. That's my testimony for today. Turn the other cheek, bro. Don't even take the bait. I took the bait and I almost got kicked out. I almost got banned. Any decision you make, remember the consequences that could come with that decision. One of the things that I heard ever since I started like elevating and trying to better my life and be a better person is when you elevate, when there's new levels, there's new devils. Never really been a person to bring a tripod nowhere. So it's like it brings attention towards me and people automatically think I'm better than them or think that I'm better than them because I have my camera out recording this run. Like, nah, I'm just here. This is what I want to do. I content create. Like, I'm just showing a part of my life to other people. So it ain't really got nothing. Like, just because you see me with this tripod, I ain't making no money on YouTube. Not yet, at least. And even if I were to be making money, I ain't no different from you. I'm just doing what I love. I appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. Keep going. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share. And we're going to keep dropping, man. I got some more videos in the making. So I love y'all. Y'all have a good day.